Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Hope you're having a great morning. Recording this February 28th, that's Tuesday at 8 a.m. We have been following this risk for severe weather since last week here at Channel 7. And here it is. We do have concern for late today and tonight. Now there's two parts to this storm system moving through. First of all, the warm sector thunderstorms. That's out ahead of the front. Those are the ones we're watching late this afternoon and into the first half of tonight. Those storms will have the potential to produce damaging winds, large hail, severe hail, and tornadoes. Then you have the actual cold front coming by. That cold front comes in early Wednesday morning from west to east and should be more linear, a line of storms. And with that linear, and I'm going to show all this to you in just a second. The main threat with that was wind and hail, but you can't ever rule out an isolated tornado. The big question that remains right now and that we have been telling you about is the thunderstorm development late this afternoon and into tonight ahead of it in the warm sector, the first round. To what extent? How many storms? What will be the coverage? Will any develop? I think that there's a good chance that there will be some development. It's to what extent will that development be? Now, let's just go through some of the particulars here. And, well, I meant to blow that up for you. There we go. Slight risk for much of the state. That's later today. You see slight for much of the state. There is the enhanced area, and this is where we think that the highest chance for at least more significant severe weather will exist. Mainly across northern and portions of central Arkansas. This has shifted a little bit further towards the north in the last update. I wouldn't read much into that. So I would say central northern Arkansas, that enhanced area for severe weather. Let's break down the threats. Low, medium, high to extreme. This is the tornado threat. In that enhanced area, if, and this is very important, if a thunderstorm develops, there will be a medium threat that thunderstorm could produce a tornado. All right? Now let's talk about severe wind. We're talking about 58 miles per hour or greater. There is a high threat across the northern 2 rows of counties or so for severe winds where a thunderstorm develops. Same thing for the rest of the state here, a medium threat, and that's within the individual storm and especially the line that develops. Now severe hail, 1 inch in diameter or greater, there is a high threat that if you get a thunderstorm, there will be a high threat for hail with that thunderstorm, and a medium threat further south and a lower threat across the far southern areas of the state. So let's break this down, especially later today. And I got this, let me blow that up there for you. Where storms develop later today, hail high. This is especially in that, the northern half of the state. Wind high, tornado medium, and a flooding threat will be low, but it's there. Also, let's talk about the time of day tornadoes. Here's a little bit of research for you. The time of day tornadoes occur, of course, a lot of this is fueled by the heating of the day. And you can see that, this is since 1950, and you see the number of tornadoes, 75, 150, 225, 300. So you see the time of day here. During the overnight and early morning hours, you see so few, but these are the most deadly, or can be, at least because many people are sleeping and don't have a warning system. So we highly encourage you to have a way to receive warnings. You see, you get a peak here during the heating of the day, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening here. That's the peak time for tornadoes, according to history. We're going into our severe weather season for sure. Since 1950, February tornadoes, 104. And then for all intents and purposes, it's March, especially since we've had such a warm spring, warm winter. 197 in March, up to 407 in April. So we are ramping up severe weather as, it's that time of the year. All right, let's go to weatherbell.com. And this is the HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh. I love this model. It does a very good job. Most of the time, it's never perfect. This is noon today. Couple scattered showers. If you see sunshine today, that's not good. That just destabilizes the atmosphere. Now all these high resolution short range models, so they're high resolution and they only go out so far. They're not long range computer models. They're all different. And let me show you the differences with this. This is at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Look at the thunderstorms developing in central and western Arkansas. These will need to be watched. Look at southern Missouri. And then see how that lifts north? So we will have to watch that. Other models don't show this, and I'll show that to you in just a second. But that lifts towards the north. You see this one thunderstorm up here in northern Arkansas. That would have to definitely be watched right there. That's at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you'll start to see thunderstorms. That's as far out as this one goes. All right, so let's go to another short-range model. Let's go right here. This is the 4-kilometer NAM. 4 kilometers, that's just showing you the resolution of this, and this is reflectivity, simulated radar. These are never perfect, and this is different. Let's go out into this. This is different. So this is when I was showing, the HRRR was showing thunderstorms here in central Arkansas, and that's not the case. It's showing it more up here in northwest Arkansas. So like I said, there's differences as to how many, exactly where, and the extent of this. So this is at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, 6. That's at 7, and that's, that's kind of in line with a lot of the other thinking out there. This is the front out here, and this is all ahead of the front. The front out here in Oklahoma and into Kansas, you can see with that green, you'll see storms develop right along that. But out ahead of it, these are the individual thunderstorms that will have to be monitored. That's 8, 9, 10. Now watch what happens. There's the line, and it comes across the state early tomorrow morning. So that's the 4 kilometer. Let's go to the 3 kilometer NAM WARF. And this is, let's go to 0Z. So this is different than the HRRR and shows nothing across central Arkansas, but does show that activity ahead of the front in the warm sector, northwest Arkansas. That's at 7, 8, 9. So it's different, but it shows the same general idea as the 4 kilometer with that activity in northern Arkansas in the enhanced risk area. And then with the actual line, there's the line coming through. That's tomorrow morning. Could be severe, but it looks more linear in nature. So there you have it. I'm sorry if I bloviated too much, but we are expecting that threat for severe weather. There are 2 things we're watching. In the warm sector late this afternoon and tonight, how many storms develop, to what extent, the coverage. But it's very important to note that the atmosphere is very conducive, that if a thunderstorm develops, it will have the capability to become severe, and it could produce a tornado. The environment is conducive for that. Then you have the front coming in, and as soon as the front passes your location, tomorrow morning your severe weather threat is over. Stay with Channel 7 throughout the day. Tonight, if we have to, we don't want to have to do it to interrupt programming, but if there's a threat to life and property in the Channel 7 viewing area, we're going to do that for you. And we'll keep you up to date on social media as well. And thank you for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.